Hopefully the title and the thumbnail of this video has proven to you that I have indeed found an aesthetic, and that I am somehow qualified to talk about aesthetics in general. Now, as you can see right now, I am working with zero aesthetic. Well, sort of. I have some sort of prep boy looking aesthetic right now. The purpose of this video is to document how I find my aesthetic, and also how you, as a viewer and average person, could possibly find your own aesthetic using just your closet and whatever, I guess, setting in your house. Let's take a look at my closet, shall we? Okay, so basically these are all the clothes that I have to work with, excluding the underwear, of course, because you're not going to be seeing me change into those. Okay. I need some water. So basically the clothes on the ground right here are what we are going to work with. Alright, let me break down the piles. The casual pants, the casual shorts, casual sweaters, Burberry knockoff, Adidas knockoffs, dad shorts, athletic shorts, black shirts, casual shirts, athletic shirts, doxable shirts, the assortment of clothes that probably don't fit me, or are too formal, or just don't fit any style. I guess some context is needed, especially for the knockoff Adidas and also a knockoff Burberry shirts. The knockoff Burberry shirts was bought at a flea market in Middle Asia, so I have around 10 knockoff Adidas sweatpants. See, they don't say Adidas, they say Estes. Douchebags are the ones that are wearing branded sportswear on a daily basis. So what does that make me if I'm wearing knockoff Adidas on a daily basis? Is being a knockoff douchebag a better thing or a worse thing? So after putting away all my other clothes, this is what's left. We have here the dad shorts, and I must make a comment about them, because right now I'm wearing one of them. Basically, they're hand-me-downs from my dad, and I feel like this. See, you can achieve a look like this with the dad shorts. See, I see a lot of people complaining about not having the curves for an outfit. Why not just make the outfit curve for you? Because, look at this. I have a perfect hourglass. Look at this S line. Are you jealous? This section might be the cream in the ice cream cookie sandwich and might be the most entertaining part. The thing is, this is the part that was filmed the last. I realized that I had forgotten to film any exhibition of all my other fabulous outfits that I can come up with my closet. So, this is why this section exists, and this is where it's gonna be. Oh, I messed up my hair for y'all. Okay, let me fix that a bit. I'll make sure that volume is up, otherwise I look like an egg, apparently. There are times that you want to look like the person on the bus that breathes heavily in the corner and kind of wonder what's going on in their life. Maybe they're crying. Who knows? All that matters is that you can hear their deep breathing as you sit there uncomfortably listening to the rise and falls of their chest. After that first homely look, oh no, I had a couple homely looks. This is the next one. With this look, I am serving up modern peasant. If you take a look at the cut, wow. As you can see, the peasants were not modern enough to do such a scandalous thing as such a deep V-neck. Does it look good? No. As such, with the scientists and also various other innovators, even if you can do it, should you do it? Sexy peasant isn't something that is necessarily a great thing to pull off. Ooh, look. Another jacket look. Doesn't your family also keep around a sweater that's mainly used for the fabric, and so you just take off parts of the sweater each time you do another project? Because this one, I mean, it's a look. Whenever I want to look like I came out of a Halloween movie, this is what I wear. To close us off, I had rummaged through a pile of my mom's old discarded clothes and such. I had found this sweater. this shirt was not in the original day one footage. If you still want to, you can always rewind and you'll notice that it's definitely not there. It's gone just like the wind. Oh, these jeans, however, were in the files. And these are some nice ass jeans. And it's nice, comma ass, okay? Because these are nice ass jeans. What ass jeans are basically jeans that are tight, but they make your booty look right. However, if you're sitting in them for, say, 20 minutes, they will also give you a wedgie. Beauty is pain, I guess. Well, the studies have shown that if you constrict your balls too much, you actually decrease the likelihood that you'll be able to father children. So, was this entire filming also an excuse for me to clean out my closet? Maybe. However, if you can see here, my closet just looks much more messier than it was. Mission successfully failed. If you're gonna tell me that that's an antiquated meme, I will tell you this. I barely remember any of the memes that get shown on a daily basis. And I kind of look hot in this. And actually, no, I mean, I'm actually kind of hot in this too, because right now the heater was on and it's like 78 degrees in this house. And I've been filming, and when I film, I tend to stress a bit. So right now my body temperature is probably around 85. Well, no, it's not 85. It has to be 90 or above. Otherwise I'm dead, aren't I? This is giving me heading off to a white disco party in the 80s vibes. This now definitely concludes the attire section. The next section will then cover the setting, and it's kind of like a house tour basically. If you're into that, get your pom-poms. I have now to choose the setting. This right here. This bedroom has character. I'll say that. Not exactly the best backdrop for an aesthetic photo. In my previous video, don't you remember that I said that my bathroom resembles like a public bathroom stall? Now in the process of conserving water, because we live in a desert, the chances that you'll run into unflushed pee in my toilet is pretty high, actually. This room is not aesthetic in the slightest, so no, we're not gonna go and film in the bathroom. This bathroom is like one of the few rooms that does not have a big gaping window in the middle of it that causes a bunch of excess light, okay? Look at that window, it's tiny and petite. When you flip it around, look at that window. The living room is kind of basic. So here we are in the kitchen, and the kitchen, a lot of people take pride in their kitchens. The thing is, there's so much clutter in here, just like the living room, but This here is the wood room, all wood and barely any insulation. Blistering hot in the day and super cold, frigid cold in the night. I will never be filming outside nor taking photos outside because that insinuates that the video is mostly outside anyway, or at least have a section of it outside. Basically, my backyard has a situation of screaming neighbors and also mosquitoes, and also the fact that my neighbors think that it's 4th of forever, so they always have fireworks randomly, sporadically throughout the year, especially this year. For some reason, you know, getting access to illegal kabangas allows for a lot more spontaneous celebrations of any insignificant holiday. It doesn't matter if it's Thanksgiving or Christmas, they will fly fireworks, and we have heard them in the beginning of this weekend already, so that kind of concludes all the options I have for my house. What we have here is some aesthetic appeal. This is not chronological. I took the thumbnail photo before I filmed this section. But I just wanted to show you guys why my other rooms in my house are not good options. Essentially, I have devised that I want to be basic.